Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dave and Kris Retired Moments. A lot's happened in the last few weeks since we've really done any videos. So we have a video that we've been kind of wanting to do. Excuse the hair. This is why I didn't feel like doing anything with it after my shower this morning here. So it's like a nightmare. I don't care. It's comfortable. Anyway. So we have a video we've been wanting to do for a few weeks now that we just haven't gotten around to getting it done. So I'm working on that now. I'm sorry if there's any noise in the background. We have, it's springtime, of course. We have birds galore out in our backyard right now, and they are chatting up a storm. So they're very noisy today. So, excuse the birds in the background, but I don't want to say it's a beautiful day. It's an overcast day, but it's still bright and nice. And like I said, the birds chirping. We don't have flowers yet, but it's still kind of early. It's still getting cold here. We're still getting freezing temperatures at night. So it's not quite spring here, but it's getting there. We're getting there. So anyway. So the first thing I wanted to say is when we did our very first video, Dave was not retired yet. I was retired, but Dave was not retired. And we did the first video. He retired. We readied our house, sold it, moved, bought our new house. And we've been working on getting settled in. And then we brought Kason up, worked on getting him settled in. He's finally in his home, where hopefully he will be for a while. And they rent the place, so the only thing that would really keep him from having to be there for a while is if the landlord decided they didn't want to rent to them anymore. Then they would find him a new place to live. But right now he's got a home finally. He's settled in. We took March. He moved in at the beginning of March, and so we've pretty much in March we did a lot of shopping for he decided he didn't want a queen size bed. He wanted a full size bed. So we had to go buy him a bed, bedding, all that stuff. And then we had to buy him some pots and pans and some plates and flatware and just new things for his house because he didn't really have very much at all. So we bought him, been taking him shopping so he can pick out what he wants and been busy with that. So that's done. So then it kind of got to, okay, now what? And so I decided I'm not ready to retire yet. I'm not quite ready to just stay at home and do nothing. For a while, it was fine. When I first retired, I got sick. So I retired at the end of January. In February, I was sick. I don't know what I had. I did go to the doctor. My lab work was, I had a high white blood cell count or something, if I remember right. But it did show something was going on, but it didn't specify what. So whatever it is, I got over it. And then I got hurt. And I tore my hamstring. And so that kind of left me stuck because at the time we were living in a two-story house. And so I was stuck upstairs because when I tore my hamstring on my right leg, I also seriously irritated my left knee. I have arthritis in my left knee, and it blew up. And between the two of them, I was lucky to be able to make it to the bathroom that's in our master bedroom. So going up and down the stairs was just not going to happen. So I was pretty much stuck upstairs. So, but that got better, and then started packing, and everything. So, but finally things are pretty much done. And so it came to, okay, now what? I'm not ready to just do nothing all the time. And so I decided I was going to look for a job, but the cool thing is it's on my terms, because I don't have to have a job. This is something I'm choosing to do, not because I'm trying to get the rent paid, not because I'm trying to make sure we have food on the table. We've got plenty of food. We've got we have mortgage, but it's small actually, and we have money coming in. We're fine. It's just, but I needed something to do with my time. So I found a job, which I'll start Tuesday, and it's assisting special needs adults. So it is, for me, it's kind of a way that I can give back to the special needs community for everything they do for my son, because I know that we depend greatly on these other people helping him and, getting him around, getting him services he needs, getting him, Dave and I, we do take him out. Wednesdays are kind of like a family day. We go pick him up. We take him shopping for his groceries. We go out to lunch. Sometimes we'll take him out to dinner so he can grab something to take home. We try to have fun outings, going to the mall and going to different shops that he might like a toy shop and candy store, just different things, going on a picnic. Soon we want to take him fishing, just different things, but it's a kind of a family thing. But I decided I wanted to go back to work, but I want to get back to that community again that does so much for Kason. He can be exhausting sometimes, but I love him very much, and I appreciate everything the other people do to help take care of him. So I wanted to do that. So I've decided to go ahead and go back to work. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll decide, you know what? It's not for me. Nope, I want to be retired, and then that'll be that. But at least I won't know until I try. So I'm going to try this and see how it goes. So meanwhile, today's videos, again, this is something we've been wanting to do for a few weeks now. In fact, I have this book, and sorry if everything's backwards. I'm using my phone camera because I have no idea where I put my GoPro at this time. So small batch baking, and I'm not even sure where I got this. Kind of a thick book though, but it has a lot of recipes for small batch baking. So and what that is instead of making 3 dozen, 5 dozen cookies, this has recipes to make 6 cookies, 8 cookies, just enough for 2 to 3 people. Well, part of my problem, I think, right now is last year when we moved in here, I was really into canning, and I was making jams and jellies and canning some meat and beans and just, all these different things that I was canning. And the jams, like I made Dave some homemade Concord grape jelly, which turned out delicious. And I'm not really a grape jelly person, but it turned out delicious. But now with his diabetes, that's off the table. So no more canning of jams and jellies and things. I also got into bread making, but the same thing is breads are kind of like a limit for him. So, and I can't eat very much bread, but if I make my own bread, I can eat it. So I do still make bread, but I just don't make it very often because I can't eat very much. Dave can't eat very much. So I don't make a lot of bread, but I do still make bread. But, making a batch of cookies, make cupcakes, all that stuff, we can't have it. So I like this small batch cooking. It has cakes and cupcakes and tarts and other things like that, but it also has like breads and like rolls and stuff like that you can make just for, again, 2 or 3 people. They had some rolls in here that I did make. I made 2 good size rolls, probably about that big. But one of them, and it's supposed to be for 2 people, but one of them, it's like I could only eat half of the roll. So, and then another meal I ate the other half. And by the time I could get to the third, serving, they were already starting to go bad. So even this is too much cooking for just me. But they do have some cake recipes for little single cakes. And I was watching these YouTube videos, and this woman, she was pranking her mom, and she had bought all this cake mix and was making these cakes and decorating them herself. But she told her mom they were from these 3-star, 4-star, 5-star bakeries, and had her mom judge them. And I thought, well, that would be fun to do, is to decorate some cakes. So I made a couple of little cakes. This is one recipe made, made 2 of these cakes. We're not eating these. These actually, I made these a couple weeks ago. So we're not eating them. I wouldn't eat them even if I could. But it's just a little cake. So we're just going to each decorate a little cake. Dave's got one that he'll do, and I have mine that I'll do. He's right now hiding out. Either he's in the bedroom watching TV or he's in the Dave cave. So that way he can't see what I do and he can't really hear my video. So he's decided to chillax somewhere else. But that's what we're going to do. I made a couple of these cakes and we're going to decorate them. We found in the recipe book, it says to make small cakes like this. It recommends using a 14 ounce can, like a big canned chicken or tuna can or something. But Dave had found some ramekins that are 14 ounce. So we just bought those and used those to make these cakes. Yeah, so that's our thing. We're going to each decorate a cake and see how they turn out. We went to the store and he bought what he wanted to use to decorate his cakes. I bought what I wanted to use to decorate my cakes. We each picked out a frosting. So this is the frosting I have here. Dave picked out this this one here. This is the one he picked out, was this whipped white frosting. He said he just wanted something he could dye with food coloring. I told him we had red food coloring. He wanted red food coloring. I told him we already have red food coloring. So he went and bought himself this. Okay, this is not the food coloring you use for icing on a cake. This kind of can thin it out. So this is, and I explained that to him, but we do have red already. So I told him we already have red, just use that. So I also bought myself this little thing of sprinkles. It's got, looks like it has some hearts, some pink sprinkles, some white sprinkles, some white balls, little flowers, and then little dots. So it's kind of, part of it's kind of Valentine's Day, the red hearts and the pink and stuff like that. But it's also kind of springtime. So I decided I want to make kind of a spring themed cake. So I bought this to decorate my cake. I also have some food coloring to, this is for icing, to color some of my icing so I could have some different colored icing to decorate my cake with. I do have icing tips. I'm not using an icing bag, a regular icing bag, simply because we're doing so little. It's kind of ridiculous to use a big icing bag. So I'm just going to use these little sandwich bags. And then I also have some little sprinkles. These, especially because we're not eating these. These were leftovers from when we did our Christmas gingerbread house decorating. These are all the leftover sprinkles and stuff that came with that. So I thought, oh, those are pretty pastel colors. Those would be pretty to use to decorate a cake. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be decorating cakes, and then we'll see which one looks better. You can always post down below whose you think looks better, or you can always email us your answers. Dave usually puts our email addresses. He has his own, I have my own, and then we have a joint one for retired moments. So He usually puts those down below as well. So go ahead and just shoot us an email. If you don't want to put a comment, that's fine. We get it. You know, we do have the email addresses so people can email us if they want to email us instead. So let's get started here. I'm going to start by just putting some coating on my cake. Yeah, we're not professional cake decorators, so they're not going to look good, but we don't care. It's fun, okay? These are going in the trash anyway. We don't care. Nobody's going to see them except for everybody who watches our videos. So anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I have this set up. Let's see how this goes here with making a cake. So first we need some frosting. I'm going to open my frosting, put some on my cake. I'm going to put a bunch here, and I have a bowl that I have set aside to dye some frosting in. So I'm going to put some frosting in there to dye later. And then let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see. Again, we are not professionals. This is just I know you're supposed to put a crumb coating. This is probably so stale, it probably doesn't even need a crumb coating. So I'm not even going to bother with doing a crumb coating. I'm just going to kind of frost it anyway. And then I have to figure out too where I want to hide mine. So David can come do his. So because Dave's he'll do his after I'm done. So let's see. There. Oh my gosh, it takes a lot of frosting to cover a cake. This is a tiny cake. It's not even a big cake. It's just a tiny cake, but it's okay. Let's see. Yes, I don't have a lazy Susan to set it on to decorate. I'm not. I wouldn't. Thing is, I got so many kitchen gadgets right now. I'm a kitchen gadget addict. So I have kitchen gadgets for so many different things. It's not funny. But I love my kitchen gadgets. A pressure cooker and I forgot what it's called. Slow cooker. Although my pressure cooker can work as a slow cooker, I prefer to have a separate slow cooker. The slow cooker is a little bit smaller than the pressure cooker, so it doesn't. So we can cook smaller things. Right now I got a roast going in the slow cooker. So that's about even it's bad because I love cooking. I love cooking for Dave, but there's just so many foods he can't have now. So many foods I can't have. It's just between the two of us is pretty messed up trying to make a meal. It's just what I can eat, he can't have. What he can eat, I can't have. It is just, yeah, so it's fun. But we can both have roast on occasion. So I will make a roast. I'm making a roast right now for our dinner tonight. And we will have roast. He just tries to avoid the red meats. So he eats a lot of chicken. Chicken does not sit good on my stomach. So I eat more red meat. I like seafood. He's not big on seafood. Most fish makes me sick. But I can only handle so much salmon. And salmon's like the only fish that doesn't make me sick. And even then, sometimes it doesn't agree with me. So there we go. Me and my fancy icing job. This is why I never became a baker, because I couldn't ice a cake to save my life. It's so good. It's so full of crumbs. It's not funny. There. Oh well. It's okay. It's for fun. Remember, it's always for fun. And again, if you have a suggestion, something you want us to try or something you want us to do, let us know. We do get some requests sometimes, and we try to do those. And if it's something that we can do, you know, we will gladly get it done. So, but there, I'm gonna call that horrible frosting job done. So, okay, maybe I'm not, because I still don't like the way it looks. So, hey, hang on. There's probably going to be more icing than cake here. But I want it kind of smooth, and I'm not very good at getting smooth. Okay, Joe and Angie are both probably laughing at me if they're watching this. I don't care. That's okay. They're both bakers. They've done cooking for a living. I have not. Close as you can say I've done cooking for a living as I make myself food so that I can eat. That's about as close to cooking for a living as I've ever gotten. But they're both very good bakers and cooks, and so if they want to laugh at my attempts, no skin off my nose. So there we go. Almost. Still can't get it flat enough for me. Oh well. It's like every time I think, oh yeah, that's done. No, I just got to get this one little, and then I mess it up. So, oh dear. There. Okay, we'll call that good. We'll call that good. Okay. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, but don't tell Dave. So I'm going to cheat in that I'm going to use, a cookie cutter to kind of stamp a design into my top of my cake so I can see where to decorate. So hopefully that helps make it not look quite as bad. So I guess first I could start with, I'm going to, let's see, I have some orange food coloring. So somehow I'm going to figure out how to open this. Somehow. Or I might just cheat and stab it. Okay, yeah, it's not going to open for me. Story of my life. Okay. So we're going to take a toothpick. And that's not going to work either. Okay, hang on. There. Okay, I got it. Finally. Okay. Got some of this frosting. Gonna put it in here and make it just hopefully, I just want a light orange, just a pastel kind of color. So, but it doesn't take much, from what I understand, to turn icing orange. Just gonna mix it really good. I honestly have no idea where my camera is pointing, so hopefully you guys are being able to see this. But there. So that's a good pastel orange. That works. So let's see. Oh, my bag. I gotta fill my piping bag. I'll fill it up with some orange frosting. And like I said, I know it's not really a piping bag, but I didn't want to use a whole big piping bag to do just a little bit of piping. So I do have piping bags. And I have used piping bags in the past. Don't ask me why. You know, I'm at one of those moms who, when her kids were younger, she would make homemade cakes and stuff. And they never turned out good, but oh well, so be it. I don't care. They were kids. They didn't care. It was fun at the time too. You know, you just got to have fun in life. Find things to make fun in life. And just try to enjoy it to the best of your ability. And if that fun is making little cakes with your kids, then do it, you know, just make them little cakes, make them little cupcakes or something and let them help decorate and just have fun doing it. It's not about doing good, it's about having fun. So there. Okay, I got my bag closed up. Because with my luck, it'll come gushing out the other end. If I don't, like this little piece here, get rid of that. Okay, and then I gotta put the tip on, but I did not cut it off, and I forgot scissors. I'll be right back. So let's see. Let's put our tip back on so we can start piping. I just put a little star on, so I'm just going to use that little star and pipe on whatever it is I can pipe. So let's see how this goes. Okay, get some of the extra air out. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna, my bag's already leaking. Go figure. It's, yeah, my bag is leaking. Maybe if I put my hand there, it'll quit leaking so much. There, we get a little kind of a flower pattern. Let's see how that turns out. It looks horrible, actually. Oops, see, it is leaking out the other side now. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's I cut that bad. It is just not going to stay in place. Oh well. It's like the more I squeeze it, the more it gushes out the side, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. Woo! And it's okay, this is, as I said, I'm not a professional baker. This is looking pretty bad. It's looking really bad. See if I can somehow fix this so it's not so bad looking. I don't know that that's fixing it. I think it's making it look worse. There. Okay. There. Okay, we will call that good. Let me go get cleaned up real fast. and then I can get back to decorating my cake. Be right back.
12 seconds later.
So I am back now. I'm done with these guys. I'm not going to attempt to pipe anymore. I think that was not good. Okay, but I still have some decorations to put on. So I'm going to put some decorations on. I have these cute little pink and white flowers that so this, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the little holes for these huge flowers. I don't think that one's gonna work. Yeah, good job, Betty Crocker. You totally messed up on that. So let's see if we can just take this off. There, set that aside. Does it unscrew? Are they all that small? Maybe they're all that small. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. So go figure. This is... and I cannot get, for the life of me, this lid off. Oh well. Still have my little bag of sprinkles. So we will just decorate it with little tiny sprinkles from my bag. So let's see. We went with little pretty pastels. Here's some green. Here's white, pink, and orange. There's snowflakes in here too, so I'm trying not to get the snowflakes in. But I can't guarantee that my cake won't have snowflakes. So this is, let's see, where's more sprinkles? Okay. Oh, see, yep, there's a snowflake. I got a snowflake in there. Come on, buddy, you got to get out of there. I should have got napkins. Hopefully I do have napkins right behind the camera here. I'll grab a napkin and get that off. Okay. Oh, I'm making such a mess on this table right now too. But that's okay. Here's some more sprinkles. Just putting, I think I like just setting them a few sprinkles at a time. It seems to, you can control how much better it looks. But oh look, I don't even think I've gotten any of the little yellow ones. And I got yellows. Oh yeah, I do have yellow in here, don't I? Okay, so excuse my runny nose. It's a windy day today. Look, another snowflake got snuck in there. It's a windy day. So, and being spring, it's allergy season. So, quite sure I'm not the only one right now who has sniffles. But I think I'm about to call this good. This is going to be mine. That's going to be my decorating. There. Okay, so there's mine. This is my springtime cake. This is what I did for my decorating. Now it's going to be Dave's turn. So when he gets a chance, he will come in here and he will decorate his own cake, and we'll see how his did. So again, the recipe came from small batch baking. And it's nice because it does make small batches, and I'm not having to make a huge cake and then throw this whole big cake in the garbage. I'm just making these little tiny cakes and throwing them in the garbage. Anyway, I hope you're all doing good. Take care. God bless. Have a good day.
20 minutes later.
Hi, Dave here. It's my turn now. Okay, so we already know from last season when we tried the Japanese donut test and the gingerbread house in episodes 3 and 8 that my craft skills are, let's just say, substandard. We'll start with that. But I've got a plan this time. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go for simplicity yet creativity. I wasn't sure what I was going to do until we talked about giving these cakes to Kason and his roommates. We're not going to be doing that now. They've sat in the fridge too long and are probably dried out. So these cakes are not going to be eaten, but I'm still going with the design I chose at that time. It doesn't matter that the picture will be upside down, but it's because it's going to be a symmetrical design. It'll work either way. So let's get into it. Okay, let's get started here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not cutting it all the way, just halfway. I'm not going down far, just a little bit. I need a straight line to go by. I don't have very good hand coordination, so that should do the trick there. Let's get some of this white going here. Even if this cake is dry, it's very tempting. I'd love to have a piece. I can't remember the last time I had a piece. I know it was last year sometime, but it's been a while. It's been a while. All right. So this side, I'm going to try to do a solid white. I can make it smooth. Ideally, I should be using fondant or fondant or however you pronounce it, but I know that just massive amounts of fondant don't taste good, and that's why I originally avoided it. But since this is not going to be eaten, and fondant's probably a little bit more on the pricier side, all right, yeah. I seem to be spreading it too thin here. Let's see what's going on. I don't want to see the cake, but I also don't want it to be lumpy and not smooth. I remember when I was 15, my Uncle Leroy let me work with him one summer doing drywall, and my cousin Keith was the owner of the drywall company. After the first day of work, he said I need to practice smoothing out my, I was leaving beads. Basically, I was doing the nail spotting and some of the edge work, corner work, and needed to make the mud look a little bit smoother, not so lumpy or streaked or whatever. So I went home and I practiced over the weekend with mayonnaise and bread, and got to where I could make it pretty smooth. I was hoping those skills would come into play here, but I'm not going to throw my Uncle Leroy under the bus. It's just frosting and mayonnaise are two different substances, and I have to admit the mayonnaise does spread a little bit easier. And I didn't have a lot of cake decorating practice. Usually when there was a birthday, my sister or my mom would either make the cake or Mom ought to go to Costco and get one decorated or whatever for birthdays. Well, I'm starting to get a little disappointed, but that's okay. I don't know why this one edge is not covering up. Is it my technique, or I'm just spreading it too thin, or what? Let's see. Because we do not want to see any white or yellow cake. Yeah, I'm spreading it too thin, that's what it is. Let me try backstroking this way. Okay, so depending on what Kris has done, it looks like she's going to be 3-0 after this one, but I'm not giving up yet. This is going to be completed. This is going to be recognizable at least. That's all there is. Now I need to work on the other half. Let's see. So there's a toothpick here somewhere. bought some red food coloring to do this part. Kris says it's the wrong kind. She's probably right. I don't know much about these things, but I wanted to be sure it was red and not pinkish red. Pinkish red's going to be a fail. I need red. And since it's not going to be eaten, maybe I won't screw the taste up or something. Yeah, it helps if I open it. Okay. Yeah. Wow, it looks like blood. All right. Let's see how that looks. Take a toothpick here and stir it up, see if that's going to come out. Okay. Almost got it the right color the first time. I had to add a little bit more though. Okay. See how that looks. I don't need it to be a dark red or a crimson red, but I don't want it to be a rosy red or a carnation red or pink or anything like that. Just plain old red. Okay, let's see here. I think I got it. Lost my line. Okay. Before I get this knife all redded up, I want to make sure my white's all down here. Yeah, it's not smooth. But I will make my point. I know that. You all get it. Oops. All right, be right back.
Later.
The other half now. Okay. If I get this on the white, I'm in trouble. I can do a tiny bit of crossover because I got some black I'm going to be adding to this in a little bit for artwork. Oh my. I think I didn't stir it up good enough. Got some random white coming in here. There we go. I used to like watching Ro on her YouTube channel, Nerdy Nummies. She never, and we bought one of the books, but I've never seen her do this in her book. Maybe because it's too simple, but yeah. At some point in the near future, we're going to be doing another one of those Japanese food making things from the kit. This time I will actually watch the video and read the instructions. I already learned the hard way what happens when you don't. Okay, yeah. Again, apologies to my Uncle DeRoy. It's not your fault. You did your best, and I really do appreciate that summary you let me work with you. A lot of you nerds out there know what I'm making, huh? Okay. Let's see if I can fix that little white smear right there. I think I'm making it worse. Oh, wow. How are we looking on the sides here? Missing a bit there, but fear not. I'm sure if I'm caught with a red tongue later, I will be outed for what I did. But I'm not, so that's why I'm not going to do it. To be honest, I'm really not tempted by these things. I'm more tempted by pizza and nachos than I am cake and sweets and things. Okay, so I kind of botched a little bit of the sides. We're not going to look at that. I'll show you my mistake. There, I messed up. And I messed up over here. I could do the same with the red and smear over, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it like this. Nobody's going to see it. This is, or is it this way? We'll do it this way. I think this is the correct way. All right. Let me see here. Black. Okay. So that's, now you see why I put the line down the middle of it, because I needed something to follow and go by. I'm going to cover that line with some black here. Okay. I don't think that went through. Gotta put my eyeballs on. Oh, maybe it did. All right, let's see what we got. Start over here. Oh yeah, it works. Okay, I need to stop here for a moment. I need to look at some reference art.
A few moments later.
Got it. So let me okay, now it's time for a fancy trick. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Try with a toothpick. Actually, it's not going to work. I'll be right back.
Moments later.
Let's see if we can do some fancy something with this white without totally ruining what I'm working on here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oops, that's going to be too much. All right, let's see if we can do it like this. I still think that's going to be too much. Okay, let's try this. have a hunch I should have done this before I did the black. Oh, okay. Yeah, next time I'll know better. All right. So if this was a little birthday cake for like a 3 or 4-year-old, it'd be okay. Okay. Okay, that's the best I can do. Sorry about that. And let's compare cakes and wrap it up. All right, here we are.
Here's our cakes. This one's Dave's cake. I'll let you look at it. It's cute. I like that design. This is mine. It's like not much to it.
No. If I was buying a birthday cake at Safeway, I'd expect it to look like that.
If I were buying a birthday cake at Safeway, I would expect it to look better than this. Anyway, these are our cakes. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, by the way, I did figure out how to get the sprinkles open, but I didn't want to put them on because that would have been cheating to add it after the fact. So anyway, these are the 2 cakes. They are going in the garbage, but this is our fun. It's again, you got to just have fun and do things. Even if you, don't want to make a cake, you could always get styrofoam or something. Just pretend it's cake and decorate it for fun, and just have a little fun. And that's what life is about: is enjoying life, having fun, and making the most of it with what you got and what you can do. So I hope you enjoyed this video.
And if you were going to buy one in the store, you would first choose a different store, I know. But if you were going to buy one, which would you choose? The birthday cake or the Pokemon cake? Write your comments on which you would choose, or probably C, none of the above, or D, like I said, switch bakeries or something. But
I'd never go to that bakery again. If
I would spend $5 on that cake for a little birthday cake for a little party. That's I like the little twirlies on the top, and it's got the birthday confetti.
And see, I like this one better because if you took it off the plates, which happens. I mean, I did it on mine too. If you took it off the plate and set it on a new plate, it actually would look really, really cute.
I thought about the smear on the edge.
Yeah, I thought it looked really cute. I like it just the way it is. So I think this one actually turned out pretty good. I actually like Dave's better than mine. So mine, of course, we had issues. So
this is like single dad for his 3-year-old son.
But that's okay, because you know what? A 3-year-old would like either one of these cakes. If you gave a 3-year-old one of these cakes, they would just be happy they were getting cake.
And if they were 2, they just grab it and smash in their face.
But this is something, if you have a 6 or 7-year-old, this is something you can try to make. And I'm sorry for the clock in the back. It chimes every 15 minutes. And now it's going to tell us what time it is. So, anyway, so yeah, this is something you can do with your child, with your grandchild. You can do, just for something fun. These are going in the trash, but yeah, you could always make one if you have a neighbor who's single and alone. You can make one of these little type cakes. And again, I got this out of a cookbook, small batch baking, and I like the book. There's other recipes I want to try out in it and stuff, although it's not a lot of stuff that we can have, but it is something. Making small batches is nice. So like when Keely's here visiting, she comes every 4 to 6 months or so. She'll come visit with us for about a week, and so I can make some little goodies that she can have. So for the most part, though, that's it. Again, enjoy. You could always email us which one you think's best, or you can post it in the comments below on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. We also post on Rumble. So, but yeah, you can email us. Let us know which one you think's best, and good luck. God bless. Take care. Have a good day.